language because they'll fine you for saying stuff, and he was signing standing on
Sign
business.
language, standing on my business.
He didn't say my.
Yeah. You don't know. You don't speak sign language. What's going on, everybody? You are checked in with the freshest crew. Welcome to another episode of the All Points Podcast. And if you don't know, we stand on our business.
We do.
I go by the name of Kyle.
Jonathan the Great.
I'm gonna just correct this guy. Like, he didn't even say the term right. We stand on our business.
Yes, that's right.
We stand on business.
No,
player.
we stand on our business.
Whatever. It's Midwest.
He said it way too proper. You're right. Like, you gotta be. I'm standing on business.
No,
Yeah, like
we
he
stand
said.
on our business.
No, standing on business.
No, we stand on our business.
You keep talking
Can
like
we
that.
get to the introductions?
You ain't
and
gonna
then
be
you
invited to the cookout.
I am Tim in the corner, and I have a tattoo on the bottom of my foot that says business, and I stand on that motherfucker every day.
Every day.
And I just go by A2.
That's right. Welcome to another episode of the All Boys Podcast. It's Final Four featuring Tip. You know,
Damn.
Jonathan, I
Right.
feel like I ain't been on the show with you in a long time.
I know,
Yeah,
he
man.
been
How you been?
been stressed, man.
Growing
Been
out
doing
your
shit.
hair.
No,
Yeah.
not.
That's cool.
Whatever. I see a couple.
Alex is here.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. Gene.
What's
Hey,
happening?
Missed you last week. Yeah. Tim. How
What
you
up?
doing?
I'm good. I'm gassy over here, so it's a good
Stay
thing I'm
over
back
there.
in the
You
corner.
good.
GTA 6
Oh, God,
trailer
here we
just
go.
dropped before we went live on air. Forget everything you ever heard about any other game that's coming out in the next 2 years. GTA 6 is gonna be that game, and that's all I'm gonna say. All right.
Hold on, I gotta activate hater mode.
You must got a paid
Yes.
sponsorship.
No,
on the
Tell
low.
I'm just saying. I just want to get it out. You know,
No,
I thought it was gonna drop tomorrow morning when I woke up. I might just watch it tomorrow morning just because.
This man is the
But
hype.
it dropped right before we went live.
He-
And yes, the hype machine is real with me.
He's hyped like Half-Life 3 dropped.
Y'all don't understand.
I
And I'm going to leave it to that.
I understand now. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it was a decent trailer. They showed off some cool shit.
Decent's putting it mild, but go
I
ahead.
mean, it was mine.
You hating Alex, so
I know. I
expect that
I
from
showed you. I said I had to activate hater mode.
Anything Kyle likes, Alex is automatically born to hate. So,
I mean,
Exactly.
it just comes naturally.
yep.
But it was a good trailer. Well, wait, what was your favorite part of it though?
Everything besides the coming 2025 part.
I was gonna say.
But other than that,
I mean, that was the most GTA thing they could have done, though, saying that it was still 2 years away.
no, they could have said coming soon and just not drop a date. That's GTA.
I
They've
don't know
been
what's gonna come out first, GTA 6 or the next Avatar.
And the next Avatar.
You
I
ain't wrong.
guarantee
It don't
it.
matter. Anything in media that released in 2025 is not gonna matter.
It's the
Watch,
way
it's
of
gonna be-
fire.
Jesus can drop another testament to the Bible.
I was gonna say. Kanye's gonna have his like magnus opus and whatnot. And
Nope.
you gonna just be like,
It
was
wasn't-
alright.
Nope. Yep. Go ahead. Just put
What-
game of the year.
What if they
GTA.
drop a trailer for Fast 11? Like, then what?
damn.
Yeah, he got
It don't matter.
quiet.
It don't matter. GTA 6 trumps it. I keep wanting to say 5, but yeah. But I'm gonna leave it to that. I don't want to spend. You already know. If you really want to hear my thoughts on the new GTA 6, feel free to drop a comment below or contact me on Instagram.
He said contact
or,
him.
Because I stand on my business.
Dude.
So go ahead. But yeah, I just want to get it out
Good.
before we get any further.
He got it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
You got his
I ain't
post-
changed my drawers.
his
rules.
post best clarity now. All
Y'all
right.
don't want to know what we walked in and saw him doing in here watching that trailer.
Yeah, we still cleaning it up.
Mhm.
Nah, it's funny that you put like the whole stand on business and standing on business thing.
Mhm.
Over the weekend, we did a little DJ event and
We
whatnot.
stood on our business.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't remember if it actually happened or if I was dreaming it because I hate kids. But we did a DJ set at Mays South or whatever, and we walk in there. There's a bunch of white kids, and they want to listen to a bunch of
Mays.
music.
You
Right.
expect.
And one of them, it has often happens. They asked me to play like a Mo Bamba or whatever the fuck, and I'm like,
Mhm.
why do you
By
like this
Sheck
song?
West.
Yeah, and
'Cause-
huh?
Oh, go for it.
Nothing. I can't remember what cringy thing that the kid said to me, and I just kind of looked at him. I was like, oh, like that. Is that really how you talk?
Do you feel like the lingo has gotten too out of control. You just can't.
No. It's
can't-
never gonna be out of control, but it's always just gonna be something that I look at people and I'm like, come on, you don't really talk like
He's
that.
like, hey, how you doing, Jack? Give me some skin, brother.
Well,
He was trying to relate to your generation, so
Yeah, definitely not.
yeah.
I don't know where this whole standing on business came from. Because when did we start saying that?
Hey Ben, I mean, it starts in the music and then it transitions to pop culture.
I just heard.
and then it makes it on social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram, and it falls in the hands of everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.
True.
Yep.
And it gets in the hands of those people, and then they make it cringy, and then they got news reporters doing a top 5 slang list of 2023. Like the fact that AT&T commercial with what's her name, what's
Lily.
Big
Lily,
titty
you know, they
chick.
talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
they're playing on It's Giving now. You know, that's
Yeah,
another
yeah.
slang term that came from the culture. But it's like when it gets into the hands of corporate America, it's
I
just
remember.
cringy.
I remember it was like 2010 or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and there was this like MTV little short, and it was talking about how something dies. So basically, it was talking about like bling bling, and it was just like, you know, you had like, it was just like this little short graphic. It was just like they were saying like bling bling at a concert, and you had people who in the crowd who started saying it, and then you had like, you know, it was pretty obvious. They had like this black dude with this white dude, and he's like bling bling, and then it, like later on it just goes to like soccer moms and shit, and it's like bling bling. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty
I
much the
remember that.
cycle.
That shit was funny.
No, that shit'll kill it for real. When I worked at the Warren, y'all remember Kill when people were like, "Oh, that's Kill."
Oh yeah, yeah.
Some
did
old
say
ladies
that.
came
We did.
into the 3D movie and they're like, "Oh, these are pretty Kill," and I was like, "Nope, done, done." They was like 60. I was like, "Stop it,
Yeah.
Gladys."
Y'all remember there was a South Park episode when he was talking about the hizzy?
The hizzy?
'Cause he was like, you know, first we used to say it in the house, but then white people started saying it in the
yeah.
house. So then we started saying it in the hizzy, and then we all started saying hizzy, so we started saying the flippity floppity flute.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I
I'm a
mean, South
chef.
Park did that too, but it's the Chim Pokemon thing where once like the youth or whatever is saying some shit, then the older people say it, and it just kind of kills it for
Yeah.
So I think it's weird because we're on the opposite side of things. Where
Right.
now like the kids are saying stuff, and we look at them like, ugh, like fucking disgusting. Like leave that to the older people that created that shit, and just super disgusting. But all in all, that it was a good night. Outside of that,
It was fun.
was-
It's been a minute since I think I DJ'd with this man.
Yeah.
And,
put some respect on me.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be
and-
I
paying
wonder
for the-
why
I'll
you
be
cut
paying
him
all
out
the
all.
music.
No, I don't
all
cut him
the
off for none of
deals.
nothing.
Half the
No,
shit.
this nigga contemplated
No.
even going to the last event.
No,
He's
because it
on-
was getting late and like
He's on
okay,
the toilet just.
it's
should I
not the
go?
toilet, man. I
He
just
was in
I
the
be at
bed.
home. It's just the kids. They just absorb a lot of energy out of me.
Mhm.
They tire me the fuck out. But what it was getting late and then it was getting cold. And if it's late and it's cold and it's super dark, I don't want to go
It's a
outside.
recipe for him to stay inside.
Yeah, but nah, he conned me into it
I
because
didn't con him into
usually,
nothing.
like, I don't fuck with Steve. Like, he don't pay for shit. It's not different Steve. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Different Steve. But
Yeah.
yeah, he don't pay for shit. So it's like, why would I want to drive all the way clear across town or into like one of these small ass hick towns for like, you know, less than $100? Like for playing music that I don't even like, for people that I don't even like. Like, why would I do that? So when he's like, hey man, you wanna go to this show, you wanna do this, whatever, I was like, cool. I mainly did it because we don't like outside of like everybody else in this room.
Yeah.
I hang out with Kyle when we DJ. That's it. Like, I don't really get to hang out with the rest of y'all because some niggas ran away from title boxing. Some niggas play terrible games, and then some niggas we ain't really developed what we're compatible with yet. But outside of that, you know,
Which one is
this
me?
was mainly just you say what? Whatever.
I would like to call Cap because first and foremost,
What?
the plane got expensive, so it just bombed out on all the people that was on that
I don't want to
plane.
hear it.
Second of all,
Mhm.
you was dropping babies like, you know,
not then.
dropping off
Not
babies.
then. Whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
chivalry's a good game.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Fuck it. But whatever. We were DJing. So, anyways, I don't do shit for Steve. So he didn't tell me that it was Steve until I get there and we're already DJing. I see the shit just said, whatever.
I would like to call Cap and let him know every time I tell him about a Steve gig, I let him know it's a Steve gig.
No,
so
he
he
ain't.
knew it was a Steve gig
No,
before.
he
He just has that
I mean,
old man's memory
no.
of his gigs all the time.
Right. No, he didn't. Anyways, so we're DJing. And then later Steve shows up. He's like, "Hey man, where you been? You avoiding me?" I was like, "Yeah, partially." He did say
Now,
straight up.
he ain't never get another Steve
I
gig.
I don't give a
Steve,
fuck.
you like that joke.
I don't care.
Did you cash out? How's he pay you in cash? Or?
It's a whole
He
thing.
paid me in cash, and I just
He
cashed
writes a
out
check
him
for
half
him.
of it.
No. Here's see, there we go.
Shit
There we
gonna
go.
bounce.
We gotta clear the shit out. See, Steve gets paid the big bucks, and then
Yep.
Steve trickles this shit down and pays us like a measly $150 or whatever. Even though he's like, "Well, you're using my setup. Like, we already have our own shit, so we don't
Yep.
need you. You can take the name and be like, okay, well, I'm putting this out there. I'm managing. I'm putting this on, but pay us whatever we're doing because we're the one that's actually doing the fucking work. But
Yeah, but we don't have to lift heavy speakers.
we don't. Okay,
I'll
but
give
we
him
do
that.
whenever we set up our own shit."
Yeah.
Whatever, inside baseball. But so he gets there, and yeah, that's kind of it. It's just like, we're doing our own shit, and
See-
I don't care for Steve, but
So
that's
you
pretty
ain't
much
you ain't a big fan of Ski Steve, right?
it. No, not really. Just his pay. That's really it.
It's
Mm.
just the pay's not as great,
No,
but
So like, don't y'all have y'all set prices, or
Yeah.
does he like
No,
negotiate
he
y'all
don't.
set prices?
He's like,
it's
"Listen here,
his
nigga."
company. He just has a pool of DJs that he can pick from to go out to these separate jobs. And
Yeah.
he supplies all the equipment. He literally supplies all the music too, but it's just we choose the DJ on our own stuff.
he don't
because I'm
supply
not-
all the music. I supply all our music,
yeah.
motherfucker.
Well, no. Steve has a computer.
So he has a library
we
full
can
of music
yes,
that
we
y'all
can
can
use his
choose
music
We don't
if
use
we
it.
want to, but we choose not to. So when I'm doing weddings and they're sitting there just eating and mingling, yes, I'd literally go to his music and hit play and just sit there for like an hour
If
and a
you're
half.
doing a Steve
If
event,
I'm doing a
not,
wedding,
then we'll
yes.
just hop on Apple Music and play Kenny G's greatest hits.
Exactly, because Kenny G's
And
about that life. He
and
stands on that business.
Now we can bump Kenny G and throw in some Andre 3000.
Right?
Apparently,
That's-
Yeah.
But it's just he makes it real easy for us. All we literally have to do is just bring ourselves and do the job. But I get it. Yes, when it's us two DJing, when it's two DJs, yes, it is not the pay is not as great. But I enjoy DJing as a duo because
It was just hanging out.
trolling the crowd's always fun.
I got to buy
I
a burger that
mean-
night. That's what I did. I had a Whopper. I was like,
That was
yeah.
expensive Whopper. But trolling the crowd's always fun, and we did a little bit of that, and it's just weird, because I didn't go to my school dance. I didn't go to any school
Wait,
dance.
for real?
I didn't.
Damn.
And I just assumed there was dress codes at these schools dance, but
No,
Wait, there's not.
Not anymore.
At
Shut 'em
Mays
down.
High, it was them skirts was short, and I was just like, how did y'all get away with this? I didn't like that. I was.
It was funny though because there was one chick there and she looked like she. I'm not making fun of people. Okay, I promise.
Now do it.
I promise. No,
Disclaimer.
I'm not making fun. I'm just
Disclaimer.
explaining.
I'm really curious what he about to say.
Because she looked like she might have been like the slow kid in school.
I knew it.
She was.
But she had her dress on, and granted, I'm saying this not sounding creepy at all, but she looked good. She looked good. I'm pretty sure her parents were like, "Oh, well, you want to wear this dress, honey? Like, okay, well, we're gonna do your hair. You're gonna get your makeup on."
Yeah.
She looked good. She looked very presentable.
And
And
she was
whatnot.
having the time of her
She
life.
was having a time of life. She
Yes.
wanted
Well, good.
back to back Taylor
Mhm.
Swifts, and we
She
was like,
did.
"Damn!"
Yep.
But
and she was talking to me, and she kind of spit on my mouth, and that was kind of weird.
he liked
Wow.
No, I didn't.
it. He put his hand in his
But
pocket.
I was like,
I wouldn't
ugh.
even told that story. I would have myself.
It
She
just-
kinda spit
yeah.
in my mouth.
I was like, but she was having fun, and I enjoyed that, and that's what makes DJing all worth it, is just
No, it
looking out
ain't.
at everybody
Fuck
having
that.
a good time.
Fuck
He's
you,
like,
pay
"Don't
me."
hold your breath.
But yeah, good times.
But it's good.
Speaking of trolling, one of our favorite things to do is always tell the crowd like we made this song up or whatever, like yesterday or some shit like that. And if it was okay if we play, and they're usually receptive to it.
It started at Kingman High School. We told them we made "Walk It Out," and we
Oh
played
my
"Walk
God.
It Out." And they was all hyped for it. And I was like, "Yeah, man, we just made this song."
Wow.
So at Mays High, Jonathan had the
Mays.
idea. Or
No.
Mays South. Sorry, I'm just saying the school's name all
Yeah,
out.
yeah, fucking
we about to
doesn't
get doxxed.
Oh well. But
We about
nah,
to get swatted.
we're pretty much like, all right, man, we made this song yesterday. Can we go ahead and play this for you? Like, yeah. All right. And
We was like, sing along if you know the words.
Man, hold on. I do that same shit. I'll tell you the story later.
but we played the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Shockingly, they knew the words.
And it was a hit.
They
And,
knew.
and you know you got them when the teachers are on the sidelines
Mhm.
dancing and
Ah.
singing along. And then there was that cool teacher who was rapping along to the
Yeah.
lyrics. I saw that and I was like, okay.
I'm funky fresh.
Yep,
No.
I'm cool.
But good weekend, man. That's what we
Yeah.
did.
And I got to experience what it felt like to go home to a cooked meal already ready for you.
Oh,
I've never
man. Really?
in my life,
Oh yeah,
in my life of living, I've
Really?
never.
I'm proud of you,
experienced
man. I feel sorry for. I know your struggle all these years.
that. I went home.
He's eating
and
microwaves.
I was when I left. When I left, she was at home cooking for me. She was cooking pot roast for everybody, and you know I'm not a big fan of pot roast. But I
Until you
went
got
home.
home.
I went home, and she said, "Yo,
I'm pregnant.
No, no, can't do that." But went home, and she said, "Your food is in the microwave. It should be hot still." I pulled it out. It was some good pot roast, y'all.
Yeah.
Some
It
pot.
was good. It was good. It was mashed potatoes, pot roast, and some green beans.
Man, she trying to get your draws, man.
Man,
I know,
she
right?
got them that night.
Yeah.
She rolled them down.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't know my drawers could roll down.
Pulled your draws to the side.
I ain't gonna take credit for that joke. I heard that joke when I went to the 85 South show.
Hey, you didn't have to admit that.
No, because you know I hate when people be like, "He's stealing jokes. He's Amy Schumer." But yes,
But that's
I
what makes a
guess.
joke a joke. It spreads.
but I thought it was yes. But yes, my drawers rolled down that night.
Oh, good.
That's what you know. She was in control.
Good, man.
You have
I'm
no
glad y'all.
breakaway Shawn Michaels. Ripping on Boston.
You a nasty dude.
You got to be prepared though. Like as soon as it's on.
Nasty.
But it was a good weekend, y'all.
Yeah, that was a good week. You know, because both me and Rick, we did a couple of little back-to-back things, right? And I was talking about the whole like sing along if you know the words.
Yeah.
I do that shit every time I'm on stage. It's like, all right, so this next song is called Manifest. All right, sing along if you know the words.
But that's funny. That's funny. You do the Uncle Ruckus voice.
I should do it, but I don't do it.
That's
Nah,
funny.
it's much more funny to leave it out there. Cause I mean, what is the people's reactions? Cause it's usually like, how are you gonna sing along? to
Yeah.
a song
You'll see some people just like looking around, like like obviously they're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
It's like them up and coming rappers. Like you already know who it is.
It's like, no,
know,
nigga,
we know.
this is my first time knowing you exist.
Nah, that was kind of cool. I mean, I remember I shared y'all video. or
Yeah, I
whatever.
saw
mean,
that.
it didn't do numbers or whatever. But
I mean,
yeah,
yeah. Wichita's immediate reaction is to hate.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yep.
but
I was looking for one with both of y'all in it because I didn't want the Rick silhouette just sitting there and the lyrics are driving down.
man.
And I was just like, I mean, that's cool.
Let
but I
me
need
let me
both of
let me
y'all
tell
in it.
you. All right. So
Uh-oh.
the first time that we did, we were like at Shamrock, right?
Mhm.
So it was just like the little open mic night. We had a fairly decent crowd, right? So we had him set up because I was playing it off of my phone. But he
Well,
had his
professional.
phone set up,
Maybe
right?
if you guys had DJs,
Y'all gonna do it? Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
How
All
much
right.
you paying?
So let's just skip that.
You gotta beat
So-
Steve's prices.
Gotta beat
So-
these prices.
Fuck Steve.
Yeah.
But so like this dude had like the phone propped up, right? So I'm just thinking, so he got a nice little shot of the stage and everything like that. I was like, cool, it works. So this time we look at the video and it cuts off right where I am. So you can see my arm and shit like I'm doing that. You can hear me. That's about it, right?
Always in the doo doo.
Rick
So-
Good.
so-
Rick Good featuring.
So I was
Look
mad
at
at that. I was
that.
like, whatever, it's cool, it happens, right? So this week we ended up going to Barleycorns and then Shamrock, right? So Barleycorns, he has like another angle. So we both put our phones up because I wasn't missing that shit.
Yeah.
So we both had our phones up and whatnot. And the one on his, like, you got the stage and whatnot. And then this dude just comes up and you just see nothing but back. Like he just stands right in
Back
front
and
of the
roll.
camera. But there's a little crack where you can see him, but the second one is fucking Shamrock that's
Little
cursed.
crack. I was like, wait, what?
It's not like you guys know a guy who does video for a living and can
Did I-
easily go to your shows
I
and film it.
I
but-
told y'all that what we were doing.
No,
It's in the
wait,
group
what?
chat. I told y'all we were gonna be
Oh.
going out there,
I didn't get that
and
text
then
message.
bullshit.
It was a backhanded. Oh yeah, we're also performing open mic, and that was it.
What
It
was this?
wasn't-
And
What do you want?
Which chat was it in?
It's in the all points one.
Oh, I didn't
But I was
see
just like, yeah, listen, I'm gonna just put it out there. This is what we doing in this week. I don't need to invite y'all because y'all some grown ass men, so y'all can show up whenever you want.
No,
But,
man, sometimes it's good to feel wanted.
I'm you know what? I'm gonna send you a carrier pigeon. Kyle, how are you this morrow?
He's scared of birds.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be cooked.
That's it.
It's gonna be deep fried.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
She do look like she's from the South.
I mean,
She got a strip of chicken.
Oh, no,
Strip of bird.
you could get my carrier pigeon, invite me over.
Uh,
But yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. Rick just kicked it the whole weekend.
Mhm.
You know, we wrote some songs, kicked it.
that's cute. That's
Yeah,
real
man.
cute.
So that's why I'm trying to get the band back together because we was listening to the old Final Four shit, and I was just like, man, we need to make that happen.
Yeah, we do.
You
Yeah.
do. You ain't gonna do it.
Yep.
Nah,
Go ahead,
don't
write that
worry.
down. Yeah, there you go.
We working on something.
Keep that in the
y'all.
log.
Nah, you ain't
We're
do it.
not just a podcast.
Don't
y'all.
listen to him.
We
Okay,
working on
he's
something.
lying to you.
Tim, what about you? How was your weekend, man? You sent me a Snapchat of your kids practicing their whipping skills,
That's right. I was getting them ready.
Whipping as dancing.
as in like
Like-
whipping,
Oh, like-
whipping human
So-
beings.
On Sunday, we were over at my dad's house, and he just has rope for whatever reason in his garage. And I
you
look
know why.
outside, and they're just slapping the shit out of this tree. And I'm impressed by Adrian because, like, I can hear the pop, the snap as she's going, and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting them ready for when we get our lick back.
Yo, living up to her last name, White.
Yeah.
That's right. She gonna show him how to get it right. But no, my weekend's been fine there. I got a pretty good chuckle this weekend. I was listening to one of my podcasts, and they were talking about Young Thug.
You
on
listen to
there.
your own podcast?
Why wouldn't you?
Sometimes it was another podcast, Kyle.
Oh,
Listen, this one is my number one podcast that I listen to for the year. Spotify said so.
Who is it?
Oh.
All points?
It's Otaku's Anonymous. It's an anime
Ah,
one,
okay.
but they were talking about basically how his lawyers are terrible. So first of all, one of them was like, "Well, he's not really a thug. What Young Thug stands
Yeah.
for is truly humble under God."
Oh yeah,
Truly humble under God.
How you?
They have all the alibis.
I thought Thug stood for Tony Hawk's Underground.
But all this
Wow.
is for his RICO cases. And then she took it another step in the middle of defending him. She's like, this trial is kind of like season 7 of Bleach. And I was like, what? And she just starts
Why?
explaining how there's these enemies and they're there in that season and next season. But after that, you don't hear from them anymore because they're fillers. This case is nothing but fillers. And I was just like, did she really just cite an anime in a fucking court case?
You know, they unless the judge walks in with that fucking like cloud robe from like Naruto, nah.
Yeah, it ain't gonna fly.
It ain't gonna
No,
fly.
I think comedians joke about it, but Young Thug seems like that rapper who would admit to a crime in one of his rap lyrics. Like, they're
Absolutely.
probably going to use him against him. And I don't,
Not if Jay-Z has anything to say about that.
Oh, man.
Actually, I remember there was a
Start
case
with
that
Jay-Z.
was talking about you can't do that. You can't like cite those as evidence.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember something about that.
There's
I
a
don't know
case
how it
he-
turned out.
I
But
guess he lucked up.
he did.
Ow.
All right.
There's a Key and Peele video actually about that exact
know
thing.
what
They're
you're
trying
talking
to-
about.
Yep.
Yeah.
I shot the rail on the corner, ground 47. You know.
He said, if I said I didn't, I lied, motherfucker.
I guess.
But
All right,
no,
Mean
man.
Gene.
What about you, Gene? How you been?
I just went back to the future.
Yeah.
Was it still great? Great.
Wait, you went back to the so you've been there before?
Yeah.
Wait, you went back
He's
to the
from the future.
He
Yeah,
is
just went back
future.
there.
This
That's
ain't
what he's
real
telling
right
you.
here.
What?
This is AI right here.
Mm.
No.
That's all I got.
You didn't do nothing?
How's them Lakers
work.
doing?
I mean, they're doing decent under their circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dealing with a bunch of injuries, but
yeah.
What's the record?
they're above 500, so that's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
That was.
I mean,
It means
Uh,
even, sir. It means even.
How about the Oklahoma Thunder?
Who's a fan of them?
I don't know, Oklahomians.
yeah.
How
What
about them
that
Chiefs?
R. Kelly, that R. Kelly player that's on the team right now?
Oh, he's talking about
was it
Josh
Giddy?
giddy up.
They said he's still playing, but
Oh,
I
of
mean,
course he
everybody
is.
always compares and contrasts. If you don't know what Josh Giddy is probably being accused of, or allude to,
it's facts.
is it facts or something on the lines of that he was sleeping with what 16-year-old?
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
apparently, she lied. She was at an 18
Hmm.
and up club. She said she was 18. So
But did he still smash?
Of course he
I don't
did.
know.
So
Allegedly.
I mean, but what,
She-
it's
she-
the whole
she
thing
posted
going
a
on.
Snapchat saying, "I just f Josh."
Yeah, I
Giddey."
saw it. But it's just one of those things that, people are always going to hop on the internet and be like, well, if he was a black player, he'd be suspended right now. But
Oh yeah, he would
I
not
don't
be
know.
able to play.
Yeah. Right.
He would not be able to play if it was
That's
a
Well, they
black
What
player.
basically
happens if
say
he's
because they
suspended?
don't have it's under investigation. They don't have facts or whatever. But you know, like people that get like suspended from the team, just like
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
I mean, this is Elon's chance to promote his Neuralink because if we all had
There you go.
Neuralinks and was connected to each other, we can know each other's age. Can't hack a computer
Stupid.
like that.
I
It's in your brain.
I don't like that the fact that he's in some hot water or whatever, and
Yep.
he's still able to do his profession and everything. I don't
Right.
like it. But you look on the other side of things with like Jonathan Majors, and he's going through some shit, and now we're possibly not gonna get Kang in further movies, and I don't like
they're
that.
probably
shit.
going to fast track Doom for some
yeah,
reason.
I do not like
Yeah.
that.
He was
Well, they
Kang.
backed
you
off
know,
of
there's
it
a
hard.
double
If
standard.
Kane was white,
You know, there's a double standard.
There is, and I don't like it because I'm enjoying where the Kang shit was going, and I started thinking more about it. I'm like, man, that's actually like, how do you really beat a time traveler? Like, you can't. They already know what the
we
fuck's
go
gonna
back to the
happen.
future like Gene just said.
Not
I'm
just
trying
a
to
traveler,
recast
a
the-
constant.
Oh, yeah.
Nuh-uh. You said what?
So not just a traveler, a constant, man. Like
Yeah.
you could get rid of him and he just come back.
Yeah,
That's why they.
But-
But him being like a time traveler or whatever and whatnot, couldn't you just like make the excuse that he just became a different person?
mm-mm.
You
I
can't
was
recast or
listening.
something like that.
I was listening to more about the whole thing, and I guess he has it in his
Clause.
yeah.
Oh,
He
really?
Can't be
Only he-
recasted.
Only he can be
Damn.
Kang.
So they
So-
better. So you know
So
what?
they
It
basically
worked.
gotta just like slowly dismiss his character.
Something.
Mhm.
Look,
y'all
it worked
see-
out so well for Flash. They should just barrel through, just like fuck it. We're just like keeping him on here regardless of the charges.
Yeah.
Or they could I mean, depending on how the clause is written, they can recast it and just change the name of the character. But it'd be the
He
same
Kang
They
with
could.
2 A's.
Kang.
He Kang.
Replace him with Terrence Howard. Kang.
I'd be so mad, but that'd be fucking funny.
Bring him back. He's like, oh, War Machine. Cool.
Y'all saw the end of Loki, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were talking
How
about
they
how
made the events of Ant-Man like a footnote.
Mhm.
So they're slowly trying to. Oh,
Yeah, well,
Are
yeah.
y'all done?
yeah.
No.
You don't watch
Alright, cool.
TV anyway, so it don't matter.
Nigga.
Well, I
Don't
mean,
worry
he
about
didn't really say anything. No details, really.
I mean, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure.
right.
I don't want to be
you're gonna hear
spoiled.
this
I
when you're
actually am
editing.
gonna watch Loki because I like the first season.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure. No.
Sure.
I know.
How long has
It's-
this shit been out?
It's like I still haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
You don't watch TV. You know?
You
Yeah.
gonna tell me you
He
want to
got
come
TV
check
in
my
his house.
search
on his
Have
on
you-
his stand
have
on the
you-
TV. Is that?
Oh, he
it's probably
watches
just a
Black
workout
Hood
bitch.
classics.
Have you finished Invincible?
Yes.
Yeah,
Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm caught up.
always.
I
Yeah.
got
This dude
time.
is a
Oh yeah.
I got
This dude's just
time.
stereotyping.
What happened to
What'd he say?
Omni-Man?
He said all you probably watch is Black Hood Classic, and I have watched no such thing.
Whatever.
He got that Black Sapolitan app.
Black top 5 black films go.
No, we're not going down. We're not going down this rabbit hole.
Juice, Baby Boy, Players Club.
I don't need to watch the
One of the
Wood.
Fridays.
I'm the type. If I see it once, I don't really watch it again.
That's the same.
For like another decade.
Guy really like it to do that. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of all the hood gangster movies, and like we have done enough of them. They
Yeah.
are
No,
not
we haven't.
entertaining. Yes, they are, man.
Nope.
They're done. They're
Uh,
old.
Most of them, yeah.
How many?
I mean, the top tier classic right now, the new age is no
I
disrespect.
knew it was coming up.
If y'all don't know about that one, y'all need to watch it.
Tubi movies.
No,
Just
hell.
okay. If you're listening
I
to that,
refuse.
ignore that shit right there.
I
Don't do it.
refuse.
That movie
No,
is
watch it.
ass.
Y'all know Tubi's catchphrase?
What?
It's like go down the rabbit hole.
I guess.
Like that's like
How?
they promote how they have like random movies on Tubi.
That's dumb.
bro, some of them are so bad. I watched a compilation last month, and literally, they did a scene where this dude was like, "Man, you fucked my grandma," and he was like, "I had to," and so he tried to choke him, but this nigga was standing 2 feet away from him, just going. And then he slapped him. And why did this motherfucker's clothes change? And I'm like, y'all went to a whole different scene and different attire.
He slapped the clothes
Could you
off
even
of
be
him.
mad about that?
No.
Like,
Wait, what?
It was
Could
all
you even
bad.
be mad if somebody got at your girl?
Oh, if someone smashed
Yeah, I
your
was gonna
grandma,
say-
Smash your
I thought you were about
Yes.
the movie. Can you be mad at the movie?
No.
If someone smashed my grandma,
I like it. Just,
Yeah, think about it.
I mean,
Contemplate.
I think I
care.
would be
He's
like,
like,
if you like old ladies, why my grandma, man? There's so many of them out there in the retirement home.
Mhm. I mean, but they're booed up, man.
we had a
Oh.
connection.
Yeah, they got pineapples all through them
I've
retirement
seen,
homes.
bro.
Yeah,
Old people homes are just places for orgies, is what I'm starting to
I mean,
realize.
that's what I heard.
For the-
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, if you really think about it, if you look like your mom, you're your dad's type.
Huh?
He said, if you look like
If
your
you look like
mom,
your mom, you're your dad's type.
No, I get what you said. I'm just trying to figure out where did that thought pop in your
I'm just
head.
saying. We talking about family members.
what if your dad was gay, but he was like in a relationship because he didn't want to like come out as gay?
You definitely your dad's type.
Well, then that talk about the birds and the bees was probably very different for you growing up.
Yeah.
You're
All right.
This guy is terrible.
Got
This guy
to
is
get
terrible.
soon.
Jonathan look like he got something he want to talk about.
No. I gotta go pretty soon. But I want to run through because you already know whenever I ain't on the show, then I always have like a huge stack of shit that I collect whenever I'm taking a shit. So I'm gonna run through these real quick. Actually, no, I'm not.
He's gonna leave.
Go ahead and run through them.
No. Because
With
they're
your
a lot.
woes.
Because I mean, okay, this one video I saw, it was like this big dude fighting like a smaller dude. They were probably drunk, and the big dude was getting the upper hand on the smaller dude. And then when he rolled over, then one
crushed
dude,
him.
he was just like, "Oh man, you got to get off of him. He's shit. And the big dude shit his pants, and it was out, and it was nasty. And even though he was like beating the little dude's ass and
He
everything,
lost.
then I was like, you lose.
Yeah,
Like if
you-
you're
yeah.
fighting, you shit, you lose.
Right.
It don't matter what happens.
Unless it was a tactic and you throw it at him or
Nah.
something like that.
It
You
is
know.
for monkeys.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I feel like I lose if I'm the one who got shat on at that
Exactly.
point. Like,
I think
'Cause imagine-
They both lose.
They both
They
lost
both
their life.
lose.
Yo, not
There's no
Joe.
winner.
The fact that
Yeah.
they're fighting, they don't stand on their business.
No.
you know what? He said it close enough. I'll give it to him.
Yeah. Speaking of hood news, it's leaked into black people. It's upsetting our minds and whatnot. Locally, we have a Japanese steakhouse that just came here. No, that replaced a failed Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah.
And over the weekend, niggas just decided to do nigga shit. Not to a full extent, but I guess some people it was a couple. They was arguing with the hibachi chef and shit. And then like I don't know, what dude was explaining why he couldn't do something because they wanted something extra, and he turned like the knife or the little fork, the little stabby thing or whatever towards the guy, and he's like, "Well, I can't do blah 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 blah." And you hear him talking about, "You just point that weapon at me. You're pointing the weapon," and then just a shouting match and just a whole bunch of shit. Which they already had their to-go plates, and I guess that's how you do it whenever you want to get some free food. And
Of course.
yeah,
Yeah,
doing
they
that right now.
couldn't afford that bill.
probably
the
not.
rich white couple that was
Probably.
standing next to them, they left before them. They was like, "Oh snaps!"
They're like,
Saw
we
a
didn't
video
order.
too.
We didn't order
I
that
didn't
rice.
see it. I just assumed. That's
Yeah.
what
They
they
got
do.
turned into a shout match because you can't pay them.
Yeah, man, and got they shit to go. Was like,
Broke
I'm
ass.
out of here.
Can't have shit in
Of course.
Detroit.
You say what?
They can't have shit in Detroit.
Next time I'm at
Detroit.
Denny's and I
Yeah,
can't
I was
afford my
going to Detroit when
bills,
we fucking up
I'm
around
arguing with the chef.
You go to McDonald's and start trying to fight people.
Just storm it out. I'm arguing through the drive-through.
Stupid. Okay. Let me get this last thing going, and then I got to get out of here. As you all know, we did ask you fuckers to send us in some questions, which you did. This is sent from.
Disrespect our fans like that.
What I say?
They're very
Calling them
good
fuckers?
people. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, at
Exactly.
least he's acknowledging that they're fucking.
Nah,
At the
nah,
very
what if
least,
they don't?
like, what if he called them a bunch of virgins? You think
What
they
if
like
they look
that?
like their dad?
No. They won't.
Or they look like their mom.
All right, these are from Jay Deft. He said, one, when are y'all gonna try the BBC Glizzy hot dogs at IKEA?
What?
Electronic department level pause.
The what?
First of all, we don't have an IKEA here.
Yeah.
So driving to the closest IKEA is not worth trying the glizzies. But I know exactly what he's talking about because I was just at IKEA and I pointed out those glizzies.
What about them? You had one?
They got the thick hot dogs. And then they have like a vegetable hot dogs. It just looked like a whole bunch of vegetables just rolled up
Yeah.
in like a
What
hot
the
dog.
fuck? Ugh.
It was kind of
No.
weird looking.
Don't ever get one of those. I tried one once, and the fucking the casing came off while I was cooking it.
Just
I was like,
busting your
hell
mouth.
no, I didn't eat it. I was like, I threw them all away. I said,
Whatever.
nope,
The
we ain't doing
vegetable
it.
or the other one?
You not eating.
So you know how they had like the casing for the stuff to go into? It started separating from the hot dog, but the hot dog was still in there. It was just like bubbled around it, not
gotta
even
eat it
touching the
faster.
hot dog anymore.
You
No, I was,
gotta-
that happened while I was cooking it.
Mm.
Just separate. I was like, nope, I ain't eating this shit.
But it's good.
You just gotta squeeze it in your hand.
But the IKEA meatballs are legit.
I heard. Two, do you find it hard to date in the modern era? No, because reasons.
I think all of us, besides Gene, that we know of, are in a relationship, and I don't think it was that difficult to get in one. I think as you get older, I think it gets a little bit easier because you just stop giving a F.
Nah,
Like,
that ain't
yeah.
necessarily
Well,
true.
you stop caring about
Nah.
like you
Nah.
gonna. Okay,
Consider-
maybe it's just me then.
Nah,
Dang.
yeah, maybe you.
I got
just-
standards, bro.
They
Yeah.
just
Or
like
you-
me for me.
You gonna
and
be
I'm not-
miserable if you
I'm
don't
not-
have standards.
I'm not bending over backwards to get with nobody.
No, I think what it is though is just that like things do.
Let it go.
I call Cap. He ain't bending over backwards. That's Cap. Got real
Nah, that's all
quiet.
I need to say.
No, I wanted you to finish your statement.
I was just gonna say I think it probably gets harder than when you got like kids and you got like all these other obligations and
Plural.
Yeah.
shit. So I mean, I would just imagine that like because I'm sure there's still some people who are like. I couldn't date somebody who got like 2 kids and
Yeah.
whatnot. When
Yeah.
you like in your 30s and shit.
You better go to your local. Well, I wouldn't say high school.
You got any kids yet? No. Great.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I just made this song. It's called Ignition.
But no, to answer the question, I don't think it's harder to date. I think
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot faster nowadays. Like you usually don't get the booty till like maybe 3 dates in. Now you can just get that night, and if you don't, you're on to the next.
Man, Kyle, you're a
I know.
slut.
Hey,
What a
I'm
what a
speaking out of-
womanizer.
I'm not speaking out of experience.
Oh,
I'm
and
just-
he-
but
Yes,
women
he
are like
is.
that too.
Yes, he is,
Women,
ladies.
women
Listen
be
to
on their
him.
business too.
What is it with you in this fucking business? Shut up. I swear to God. A whole fucking episode. He
he's
wants
trying
the
to,
title.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna say
wants
he's trying to get the
the
title.
T.I. son talking all crazy.
exactly
in the
where I got it
video,
from.
And then now he's just using
That's
the
exactly
term.
where I
I
got
know
it.
that's
Happened
where
to
you
him,
got it
nigga.
I don't
from.
even know what it means. Honestly, yeah, T.I. put him in the weakest of chokeholds that he could have easily got out of.
That's his son, man. That's the one he's not proud of.
You ain't
so,
gonna never
I mean,
be
you know.
better than me.
I
Whatever.
guess.
All your
Alright,
kids are the remix of yourselves.
Yeah. 3, do you guys get recognized in the streets? Do y'all have groupies? No. No, not for this. Not for this.
I got
What do you mean, like just in public?
Yeah.
No,
I got recognized more as the pretzel guy than I have for this.
that is very true.
Yeah, it was like a decade before you shed that
That is
title.
that is very
It's
true.
disgusting times, man.
You know,
Yeah.
I usually when I meet people, they be like, "You look familiar," and I say, "Well, did you either go to Southeast?" And they're like, "No." I said, "Well, did you shop at the mall?" Because I worked at the mall for a good 11 years, and they're like,
Man.
"Oh yeah."
You try to bust out the dance. That's you. Like,
Nah,
shut the
we-
fuck up.
Hey, it's better than me known as, hey, ain't you Jonathan's brother?
Nobody knows you by that.
Child
Nobody
in the shadow.
knows you by that.
That sucks.
Nobody knew you by that. Shut up. I didn't have that big notoriety.
Uh-huh.
What about you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you get famous. You're
I lived on every side of town. I went to a lot of schools.
He was Rolling Stone.
I know a lot of people.
yeah,
I don't really
but I mean, not for just
did
in
you
general.
get-
but
No,
for
like if
this.
you out in
Known
public
for this show.
for this show.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah.
People don't be where I be.
So no, then.
He just can't give a straight answer.
Never.
I'm just saying, people don't be where I be.
It's like, yeah, you got to read into it, the fine lines on them answers.
You
If
be
I'm
like,
I feel like if they did, they would be too intimidated to like mention something. They might just like keep it to themselves.
They'd be too intimidated. Like, he's so mysterious. What's he gonna say?
He is.
you be like,
Mysterious
Gene, what
Midwest.
color is the sky?
He is.
Well, I think color is subjective, my friend.
Yeah.
he was like, I don't look up, so I don't know.
There be people in my ceilings all the time.
I'm too busy in the clouds to know what color it is.
Stupid.
I'm
All
out of
right,
this
last
world.
one. What happened to the Final Four? Y'all don't rap no more.
Yeah,
Shut
what
up,
happened to the
Sean.
Final Four?
2024.
Let's talk about that.
2024. Don't worry.
Yeah, he had it
2024.
right. Y'all don't rap no more.
Yeah.
2024. Don't
Look,
worry.
look, we're not gonna talk about that because Tim's actually logging and shit. All right, he's
We
keeping
be on
Good.
He's
our
making
side.
a list and he's checking it
Don't
twice. All right,
worry.
you don't
Was
like
that-
it.
I mean, some of the
2024.
founding members still rap.
Mm-hmm.
There's only
Still
4
active.
of them. Said like there was like a generation of Final Four members.
It could be.
Hey,
Well-
man, we can get back together, though.
Y'all gonna be like Earth, Wind, and Fire, just swapping out different pieces here and there of the 4.
I just feel like at this point it'd be like the Hot Boys, like
Don't worry.
BG's
Nah.
out of jail, Turk's out. Like Lil Wayne ain't about to get back with them niggas. Like it doesn't make sense.
better.
You don't.
our styles don't mesh and blend anymore.
Speaking of Wayne, y'all see how puffy he was?
hey man,
I
I don't know
think
if something wrong with his teeth or
I
something.
don't like it. I don't like it because when he's too skinny, they think he's sick.
Yeah.
When he gain weight, they think
No,
he's
that's
sick.
not Wade. That's
Yeah,
like
that's-
I think
that's-
he's
that
good.
looks
Infection.
dental related.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Because I mean, he still got like he don't look like he was just eating. He looked like he got stung by some bees and then just went.
Yeah, like he got his wisdom teeth
You
pulled
gotta
out.
think
and
about
had-
it. He's had a mouthful of diamonds for years.
That's his
I'm
fault,
pretty
then.
sure his teeth
Yeah,
is
that-
rotted up under whatever.
Yeah,
He
that's
can-
his
he can-
problem.
He can get them veneers and whatnot if he wants to.
I think that he should honestly.
Yeah, he
Why don't you
could.
slide in his DMs?
You
Oh,
know?
I
Don't
think you
tempt him.
should
I bet
stand on your
so.
business.
Like,
Get your teeth fixed.
Because Dwayne Michael Carter's about his business. He stand on his business.
All
I don't
right,
need to slide in his DMs.
it's been a great episode. I will see y'all next
Jonathan,
time.
before you go,
What?
I got a question. I got something to ask you
Fucking business
and
shit.
everybody that's
Oh, God, here you
listening.
go.
And before we go to commercial break,
Brother, we going past it.
ask your lady if you in a relationship. Ask your lady to describe your dick.
You ain't got to be in a relationship.
I just want to
Somebody
ask them to
answer that.
describe your dick.
Well,
Okay.
see, hold on. Why is this man always fascinated?
No, because I heard it.
Because the last time he was like, "Yeah, call your cousin." Well, he
He's
didn't
got a-
say that,
He's
but
got
it's
a
like,
phallus fascination.
what's the definition of trash dick? Like he's just always
I'm just
infatuated. Like,
no, it's not. It's not
He
a
started
infatuation.
this year talk about dicks. He
that's
about to
all
end
that
the year
comes out
talk
his
about
mouth is
dicks.
dick.
I know. I mean,
All
it's
that's
in his
just
mouth is
saying.
dick.
dicks and
Just-
poop.
Because
So he
I
want to
heard-
know so he can know for himself.
I heard it online
No.
because it's depending on what adjective she uses, she can either hype you up or but she got to describe it to you. Don't describe it because if you describe it to someone else, like she can say whatever she want to say. I want to know what she.
But it's
gonna
like
say
it's like a
to
homework
you.
report.
So,
Go have her
Yeah.
describe it so you can go back and tell him so he can.
No, I don't care what it. I don't care. I'm pretty sure I can describe it right now. Like there's balls on the left and
Jonathan's?
right side, and there's a shaft.
Like you talking about yours, not
No, he
Jonathan's,
talking
right?
about
I'm pretty sure I can
He's talking
describe
about Jonathan's. He was like, "Oh, could describe it right."
Everyone's penis is the same, right?
Oh,
They all curve to the north, right, or to the left?
to the
right?
north.
To the north.
he's gonna see a doctor.
Oh, you about to call? I didn't think he was gonna call her. I just wanted the people listening to be able to
Oh, my
ask your
Lord.
Go ahead,
significant
describe
other.
it. Ginormous, magnanimous,
Mac, what?
She gonna make up
Magnanimous.
words.
He
She
said
gonna invent- she
magnanimous.
gonna invent
What?
words.
beautiful,
Milk of magnesia.
delicious.
Ugh.
Damn, you right.
I was through up.
You right.
She like, I need to go see a barber.
She ain't
I'm
calling.
mad because it's still on the lock
All right,
screen.
Bob.
It needs to go see a barber.
She ain't answer.
She said it.
No,
That's straight from her
she
words.
didn't say
That's her
that.
mouth right there.
Whatever. She don't even speak that much.
That's how I like it. Okay, bye.
He get a
All
call
right.
back.
What if your girl's a troll?
Find out
That's
it's
all
his
she's gonna
uncle.
try to do. Is just
Oh, I could describe it real
I'm
well.
just saying.
I mean, I'm
I could describe it real.
It might be.
I'm asking,
But don't you
Bring
want
up
to know?
childhood trauma?
I don't
Aren't you
care.
cute? All right.
Hey,
Wait,
hear
what
what I
that got
said,
to do
Kyle?
with me?
Hear what I said? I just thought of that Undertaker meme.
Because when she's mad at you, that's when she's gonna talk stuff on it. All right, we'll be right back with All Points Podcast, minus one member. And we're back to the All Points Podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome. Did you guys watch the GTA 6 trailer again? I know I did.
I
I
know
just
you did.
finished it. But we're gonna go back to our normal logo.
Man, Rockstar better sponsor this podcast.
Nah, man.
You know he's gonna be the one to get the money.
Exactly.
Right?
With my Rockstar underwear on, my
Yeah.
Rockstar energy drink. So
It's like that's just low right there.
He ain't lying. I was about to call Cat, but that might be factual.
Yeah.
So I've been watching Everybody Hates Chris.
Why?
lately.
Right.
It's crazy how as a kid you relate with Chris,
With Chris.
and like the family or like his brothers and sisters.
But when you get
But when
older,
you
you
older-
relate to the dad.
You know what, Gene? All right, fine. Just F that topic. You know.
No, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
no.
Go ahead.
Forget it.
No, I want to know. Was
No,
it
I
like
mean,
money?
it's
It gotta be
true
is it
though.
money,
Like,
though?
Yes. I do relate with the father a lot more now.
Go ahead,
that
elaborate.
I'm my own father. I'm my own father, and I understand.
You're
You know,
your own father?
and I walk around,
Would you
flipping
drop-
off lights because that's 79 cents of
Man.
electric getting wasted. And
Yeah.
Pharaoh likes to turn on every light in the house, so
It's like a game. So when you turn it on,
yeah,
he turns it off.
yeah. You turn off one light, two more come on. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's why don't you do some Wi-Fi bulbs? Do the Wi-Fi bulbs, and then you ain't got to worry about all that. Because you can just turn them off.
You're right.
right
yeah,
there.
You're absolutely right about that.
See,
But,
solutions
like
man
every
over
light
here.
in my house has a different type of bulb.
They have different types of bowls of
like,
Wi-Fi.
They do.
Man, you don't know.
It's really weird that you compared your family and growing up to Everybody Hates Chris because your sister said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Wait,
yesterday.
for real?
Yes, dead ass. And I'm like, that's weird.
Our childhood wasn't even that bad, but it was just like you can see the parallels between everything, and
Mhm.
yeah, I could definitely see that. Yep. We always say the big piece of chicken.
Damn.
And I was watching it because I'm on season 1 right now, and the teacher's kind of cute. I ain't gonna lie. I've been looking at the teacher a lot lately. You might not find her attractive, but you know what?
Why wouldn't I?
I find her attractive, and every time she brings up the little, "Oh, Chris, your family's so black and poor," and I think it's funny. And
Let me see.
the bully was hella racist. Like I don't even know how. Like I guess that's how it was back in the '80s. You know,
Do you think I don't like white women?
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, out of all of us, you probably like them the second most next to me.
I don't know about that, but
Well,
but yeah, she all right.
bully was hella racist, and his best friend was probably gay. Gonna throw it out there, yeah. So,
Yeah, I remember that dude.
but it's a really interesting show, and I think it's very important for the black community to watch. Everyone Hates Chris.
Why you say that, brother?
But just like on the first half of the show, you was like chastising me about Black Hood Classics.
I
That
know,
I don't participate in.
Yeah, I'm
currently.
trying
This
to.
nigga over here watching UPN TV.
A network that does not exist anymore.
I'm trying to what is it? Watch more Black Hood classics so I can get on your level.
So you can be on your business.
Yeah, I can be on my business. When
It
it
don't
comes
matter
to
now
Black
because
Hood
it's not.
classics.
It doesn't like hit the same.
Would you
should've-
consider Blackish a Black Hood classic?
Black what?
Blackish.
They ain't even in the hood.
I ain't never. I forgot which one is that.
That's the one with Kangaroo
Anthony
Jack nigga.
Davidson, Anthony Anderson.
His
I
name
never
is
really watched it. We
Kangaroo
got,
Jack nigga.
What's her name? Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yeah, with Tracy
I never
Ellis Ross.
really watched.
I
it.
ain't never watched it either, but
I'll
I was
watch it.
okay. The reason why I bring up Blackish is because I was watching this one guy go through he was ranking all the black sitcoms,
Uh-huh.
and Blackish was on there, and I was just like, is Blackish a black? Like by definition, it's a black sitcom, but would you call it like a classic? Like
I wouldn't call it a classic, but it was like it was just from a different perspective that you ain't really used to seeing, like more
Yeah.
affluent kind of like
they
black.
they weren't like born in the hood black
Yeah.
family. They were doing well black family.
Yeah.
But I was just like, is Blackish for black people though?
Blackish
Yeah.
is just live action Proud Family.
that.
I don't know. Prophet. Well, they were doing all right. Prophet
Proud
was
Family?
doing all right.
No,
Yeah.
he was doing good.
They was doing
They
all
was
right.
doing good.
Yeah.
He was doing good.
Oscar kind of sucked at business, so sometimes the
Yeah.
money be a little.
Guess he wasn't standing on it.
The Oscar, yeah, he right. But it made me wonder: is Blackish for black people?
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
I don't know any black people that watch it.
Yeah, I ain't
truthfully.
never watched-
exactly.
I ain't watched
exactly.
one I know what it is. I've seen
I watched
clips,
it.
but I ain't. never
I've
watched
seen.
it.
I'm pretty sure more white people watch Blackish than actual black people.
Watch that episode, the BLM episode, then come back and say that ain't for black people.
That's just one episode.
Yeah, that's what
Watch-
I'm saying.
well,
Like,
well,
the
watch
whole
that episode,
context
though.
of the
Black Lives
show.
Matter.
But you don't get because if you haven't seen the episode, then the way they go about it,
Mhm.
and that's like a perspective you don't get unless you black.
I'm probably
Right.
not gonna see it, but what was the perspective?
So it was like the way that they structured it. It was less of a they out there protesting and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it was just a conversation, like right at the TV as everything was happening, right?
Mhm.
And it was kind of like a little back and forth between like the families and their perspective, but eventually getting to the point where it's like we're all like in the same boat. It was
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Mm.
So it was good. Like still watch it. But
So that was a political episode.
yeah.
It was basically their gun violence episode that they used to have in the 90s.
Nah, not even like that.
PSA
Look.
episode, right?
Look, I'm gonna say before you start hating,
I mean,
watch the shit.
all right.
All right, just watch the shit.
All right.
Yeah.
But then now that I'm thinking about it, Family Matters.
Yeah, they had the default turn your guns.
Yeah, that it was
That
one
episode.
of, but like their family was doing pretty good too.
Yeah, the weather's or what?
Yeah.
Not really. They lived in Chicago.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did.
but they weren't.
I mean, they were middle
now
class.
that
Yeah,
I'm
they-
thinking about
yeah.
it. Yeah, every black sitcom they're doing pretty well.
Speaking of Family Matters, sorry, random tangent, but did y'all notice in one of the latest episodes of Invincible, the principal's name was Carl
yeah,
Winslow?
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
But I
It
think
was
that's
actually him. I think they played him.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It was.
Wow.
Huh. Now that I'm thinking about it. Living Single is just a black version of Friends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
Actually, Friends. stole from
yeah,
Living
they,
Single,
yeah,
but yeah,
and then Martin, of course.
Martin.
Yeah.
And where was Martin? Where did Martin take place, Gene?
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah, and they had a nice apartment.
Man, that was
in
a.
the-
That was not no nice
Yeah, you
apartment.
right.
There was a
Right.
dude breaking in his apartment all the
Yeah.
time.
They had
It
a
was
guy named
it was a
Brumman.
ghetto projects.
Yeah, they
ghetto
wasn't
building.
They wasn't
Wait,
doing
was
too
it?
well.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
They wasn't doing too well.
I mean, good times. They damn sure.
Oh, no.
Yeah. What about Sanford and Son?
Nah,
I mean, they
It
lived
was
in a
a-
literal junkyard.
Yeah.
But what's the other one?
The
Good Times.
Jeffersons.
Yeah, I just mentioned that.
Or
Jeffersons.
the Jeffersons. That's what I was gonna say. Jeffersons. They doing good.
Yeah.
There was a whole concept of that show.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Moving on up. Exactly.
Deluxe apartment. See, you still ain't doing like that good if you move it up to a deluxe
I
apartment.
mean, in the
You ain't
sky,
doing that
though.
good.
He probably got a piece of the pie.
I'm just saying.
What kind of pie was it?
Yeah.
It was a good one.
But were they like moving on up where they still had money, or were they like moving on up and I'm house poor?
Yeah.
I mean, did Homegirl work?
I don't know.
I
I,
didn't
never
watch
watched
the
the Jeffersons.
Jeffersons.
I was a Good Times and Sanford and Son kid.
I can tell.
the Wayans brothers.
I was
They
too.
was,
The Wayans brothers,
they was okay.
They was yeah.
They was okay.
They was all right.
Yeah.
Cause the dad owned his
The shop,
the
the
shop.
coffee shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the restaurant.
R.I.P. John Witherspoon.
Do you
Sure.
consider That's So Raven a Black Hood classic?
Nah.
Really?
That's
Because it
just
was
a
on that
Disney show.
list
That's
Was
just
it?
a Disney
of
show.
Black Hood, Black classic, black
I mean,
sitcoms.
It's kind of like you got rap music and then you got pop music. Raven was pop.
But it was a black family, and they had a big house.
They did.
That was a big house.
Her dad had a good
Dad
job.
was
if
a
I
chef,
remember.
right?
Yeah, he was at the Chill Grill.
How we gonna forget? I mean, we just jumped right over it, but Fresh Prince. They was obviously doing
yeah,
well.
you know,
Will
it was-
wasn't doing well.
No,
that's
Will
why he
was-
had to move with his auntie.
But the show in general, when
Oh,
anything
yeah.
that you see, they were doing well.
Yeah.
There was a top tier. They was in different types of bracket.
Right.
yeah, Dad was a lawyer.
Yeah.
No, he was a judge.
He was a judge, yeah.
He was a judge. Did the mom even work?
I don't think she did.
She was a school teacher.
Was she?
I don't know.
Aunt Vivian.
Which one? The
No.
first one or the second one?
The OG.
I don't think she worked.
Yeah. That
Oh,
other.
she taught at the
I
school.
thought she owned a business or something.
She taught at the
Mm.
school one time.
Hillary didn't have a job either.
Wait,
No,
no,
she
she did.
was got
was a
one. She
news
started-
reporter or
Okay.
weather or something.
She was trying to start a business for a while, wasn't she? But that didn't
Mhm.
work out, and then she did like a fashion line or something.
Did any of y'all watch the new Bel Air?
I
have
want
not
to.
Yeah, I
watched
watched
it
the
yet.
first season. I ain't started the
Do
second.
you feel like
one.
that's a
So-
black like it could potentially be a black?
I wouldn't
classic
say it'd be a
sitcom?
classic. It's just
crazy.
like a modernized version. Like if the Fresh Prince existed in this time frame,
Yeah.
that's what it is. But
From what I understood, they took the Fresh Prince and made it a thriller, damn near, pretty much is what they
Yeah.
did with that show.
And I think that's how they should have. Like they did
Yeah.
exactly what they should have done. Because if you try to make it just 1-to-1, you ain't gonna get the same comedy.
No.
I mean,
It's gonna be like
I liked
yeah.
it. I liked the first season.
Yeah.
It's like it takes it to a whole different
Mhm.
like perspective.
Hmm.
It's definitely not a play off the original.
Yeah,
I
it's,
always-
it's just borrowing concepts from it, but like making its own thing.
Yeah.
I always appreciated the original because it really showed you that side of like from being the well-off black people and getting into like that hoity-toity white society and how they
Mhm.
would treat them like,
Mhm.
oh, hey, these are our exotic black buds. They're not normally here, but let's welcome them with full open, like everything had to be made about the fact that like this is like our one black member, but then at the same time you've got the less well-off black people, and then they hating on them, and it's just like they don't really belong anywhere. Like Carlton, he got so much hate from everybody
Yep.
on both sides, and he just dealt with it, man. He's like, the black people don't like me, the white people pretend to like
And
me.
in the remake, they made him a drug addict.
What,
Damn.
Carlton?
Yeah.
It's in the trailer.
I mean, 'cause
I
he
didn't know. I didn't
has
see
like
something about that.
anxiety and like depression. So
I mean, I don't know the whole story, but yeah.
I mean, that was
it's relatable to this time frame.
to this
Yeah.
time,
I
right?
guess everybody on drugs.
Getting around the rich white kids and they
Using
getting them
drugs
on
to
all
cope
kinds of
with
stuff.
your.
Everybody taking pills for something.
Yep.
You ain't
Bubble
taking pills
guts.
for nothing. You just
Just for a headache. That's it.
but you on a different type of drug.
What kind of drug?
Love.
Love. Oh.
Stupid.
Love
Nah,
wins.
There was this dude who's doing an analysis of like the new, of Bel Air, and he was just like one of the main things that like that kind of stood out to him was like when like they point out like all Carlton's friends and whatnot are like white people, and when they had Carlton, they're like, oh yeah, I've got a black friend, but then when Will shows up, it's like, oh, I've got a real black friend.
Yep.
And then that was kind of like the distinction between the two of them. It was like that authentic, what they believe to be black. And then like Carlton, who was like, he's black, but has to like adapt to the like white society. I thought that was actually kind of dope.
Did you have many black friends growing up?
Yeah. Like the whole block for one, Derek and Patrick, they was like the closest to. And then just all through like high school or elementary and middle school. It was like a good mix between the two. Yeah.
Tim, what about you?
Not really, man. My dad's very pro-black, but at the same time, my dad's also like, you can't always trust niggas. So he didn't really, he really didn't let me play with a lot of black kids. Like I had friends that were like his friends' kids.
Yeah.
But outside of, he's like, I don't want you getting mixed up in like no gang shit, no drugs.
Yeah.
Like just leave them kids
Yeah.
alone.
I could tell.
Which,
I didn't
didn't,
have any
really?
black friends. Nope.
Huh.
Mm-mm.
The one time I did, that's when I would always get in trouble, truth be told. So
Really?
Yeah, damn.
yeah.
I had like one. I mean, like I didn't have like black friends until probably high school.
Damn.
But like my
See,
best friend.
I
Well,
wonder
obviously-
why you are the way you are.
Exactly. But I'm seeing similarities with Tim's personality too. And I ain't gotta ask you. I already know yo nigga friend.
He stand on business.
I mean,
No, I mean it's crazy to think about that though, because it's just like you just expect like you pull any like random white person off the street and you're like, you got a white friend? It's like, yeah, like obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, but I
like-
like it because it's basically like it helps you know how to move when you get older. Like my experiences at a young age helps me as an adult, opposed to a grown ass man who ain't been in that environment.
You right.
They don't know. They shook. They don't know what to do.
You dead right on that. Like if some hood stuff go down in the house, when we around, I'm gonna point at you two niggas. I'm gonna point to you two niggas to get us out of it.
First of all, I ain't gonna be in that.
if some hood go down,
Listen,
But yeah,
Kyle,
that's like people don't understand. Like, oh, why do you live on the west side? It's like, man,
you done been.
the way that I grew up, I don't want to be around that. So I
Exactly.
get far away from it.
I don't blame you.
As
I don't want
possible.
crackheads walking down the street in
Nigga,
the
I
middle of the
don't blame
night.
you.
Yeah, you know how many crackheads I done seen?
I don't want to walk to the store and there's fucking pit bulls chasing me and shit.
I'll say I was blessed, and I didn't grow up around no crazy people. We stayed in the middle. Like we weren't rich, we weren't poor, but we were all right. We were like everybody hates Chris. They are all right.
Yeah.
They ain't rich,
Yeah,
they ain't
all,
poor.
all your friends are like
Mhm.
banging. So
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like I gave you the wrong impression. I grew up in the hood. I just know how to code switch really well.
Oh yeah. No, I can tell.
good kid, Mad City.
That's right.
Shit.
Yes, interesting, because that makes me wonder. So it's like we got these black hood classics, but half of them don't even represent,
Yeah.
niggas in the hood.
I mean, and I think part of it does have to do with the fact that this was like the movies was either like West Coast or like New York and shit like
Yeah.
that, where it's way different environment, but
Ain't nobody
Listen.
snatching chains in Wichita like Debo did.
yeah,
So what's his name? They'll steal your bike if you
Nah.
leave it out.
Nope.
they, chains wasn't available in Wichita. It was
Right.
like
They came
was it
from
like
tops and
2000s?
bottoms.
Your hand
Oh,
gonna turn
shit.
green if you.
yeah, right.
You steal somebody's saying you just stealing it from the kiosk in the middle of the mall.
Exactly.
No, I tell you, the one thing that from my upbringing and now that throws me off a lot is when I see my neighbors do shit like go either all day or all night, leaving their garage open. I'm like, you are going
Man.
to get robbed.
Bro,
I don't know what happened. A couple of nights I'll wake up and I'm going outside for work and then the garage door's open. I'm like, fuck, I left that shit open.
mhm.
You know, that bugs the fuck out of me.
But you know what? Because I've came to my house late at night and my garage door was just wide open, and that's how I knew I was in a good neighborhood because nothing happened. But I ain't worried about people robbing me. I'm worried about just like raccoons and squirrels and like mice just getting in my garage more than anything. Like I don't want to park my car in the garage to get out and I hear like some moving. I'm gonna open up that garage door real fast.
You see that episode of Martin when they was like on vacation, and then that
rat dog.
yeah, that's gonna be Kyle right there.
Yeah, no, for
Puppy.
real though. Shoot. That's my biggest fear is like letting. I tell Fair all the time, I said, close the door leading from the garage. You gonna let something in,
Man,
you know?
I don't get it. Okay, so y'all know that like Michael and I live together and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
You were talking about like Farrell leaving lights on, right?
Mhm.
That don't compare to this man and leaving the fucking front door unlocked all the
hell
time.
no.
I wake up in the morning. I do my checks. All
Mhm.
right. I usually make sure everything is locked before I go. But many a morning, I wake up, go to the front door, turns all the way. I'm like, this shit is open the entire fucking night.
Yeah,
right?
somebody could have walked.
See, that's what I'm
But
most worried about.
You gotta know. You
Nope.
gotta be intentionally like checking doors to see if they unlock. But that's a bold dude. He
I
ain't got nothing to
mean-
live for if
This
you
is-
walking through the front door.
No, let me tell you, Eddie, the one who's wedding you, DJ.
Yeah.
He used to live across the street from a meth head. And when I say meth head, like he's throwing shit out the house window into a boat in the driveway. And he would sleep with the door unlocked. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? He gonna kill you one of these nights. You just gonna wake up and he gonna be screaming in your face.
I'm curious why
Y'all
he
got some
leaves.
toilet paper?
I'm curious why he leaves the door on.
I think it's because like a lot. This was like 2021 to
Mhm.
2022. It was mainly because like DoorDash and shit. So like getting some food or whatnot, you know, and then just forgetting. I'm pretty sure that's it.
That's wild.
But still, we live in the city where BTK was, so
Man.
somebody got a grudge against us. It's fucking
But
over.
he didn't like black. He didn't mess with black people.
He-
You know, is the rumor that everyone spread.
Damn.
He couldn't mess with black people. Just,
I mean,
it just wasn't possible.
Exactly.
You know, he was gonna be met with some resistance.
Mhm. We be checking shit too much. Black, we don't leave our
Man.
blinds open.
Man.
he ain't
nothing.
got rope thick enough to try to
Just
bound
like
us.
you always got that one person that like he think he got it scouted out, but it'd be that one person in the house that he didn't account for.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
the nigga that live upstairs don't never come down.
Yo, bro, bed on the couch.
You see two cars. You see two cars, but there's 7 niggas that live in that house.
Exactly. Yo. Man.
Yeah.
I grew up every night. We would put the couch in front of the door, then the table, and then
During
a
that
chair.
time period,
Mhm.
I used to
Every
be scared
night.
coming home. I would like so not my parents. My mom wouldn't get off till 7. My dad he worked second,
Mhm.
and then I think that's when my older brother he was gone by that time. So I'm the first one to get home by myself. So I gotta
Yeah,
like
see.
check every room,
Yep.
Mhm.
the closet, just everything.
Hearing them
mad.
creak.
I'm mad because like my sister and I, we got in this argument and whatnot, and it was for the same shit of like not locking the door. And then you know, I was just like, well, why the fuck does it matter? Ain't like we got serial killers and shit. And then months later,
That was a weird time growing up with BTK out. Like, man, like your childhood got suppressed because your parents were like, nah.
Not
Nah.
me. That's weird.
Really?
Really?
I specifically remember my mom saying he don't mess with black people.
Your mom
so
would.
you're all right.
She would.
Like I
Hey.
remember her saying that.
I was gonna say a lot could have changed over like 20, 30 years. He might have been like,
yeah.
yo, all right.
If I mean, I don't know, but like if I was a single white woman, yes, definitely be afraid.
Oh, man.
Like you single white women be afraid today. Like people
I
are
mean,
weird.
They may be like the #1 target for like serial killers.
I mean,
so.
yeah, you ain't standing on your business.
That's
You know, you keep saying it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. There was a football player who his name is DK Metcalf, and basically on Thursday he
The
learns
sign-
sign language because they'll fine you for saying stuff, and he was signing standing on
Sign
business.
language, standing
Yeah.
on my business.
He didn't say my.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know. You don't speak sign language.
He translated it later. God damn it.
How do you translate it later?
He with his mouth, Kyle.
Oh, he actually speaks.
Yes,
Is
he
that what
actually
you-
speaks.
Is that what you wanted, Jonathan to reply? Is like, yeah, I'll talk to Red. She described my dick that I'll be standing on business. that's what you wanted to hear.
No, I don't want to hear that. I just. Anyways, where we at?
I know we probably about at the hour with the commercial break.
All right, y'all. All right, man, we are getting towards the end of this season six.
Yeah.
It's been a wild season.
Yeah,
Not really.
it has.
It hasn't, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot. We went through a move. We didn't have as many guests. I'm sorry. This was a mild season.
It was. It was.
I
Yeah.
apologize, y'all. We didn't do that many live.
Yeah. It's all his
streams.
fault.
I'll take that. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
he's supposed to.
We did do 2 conventions. Our Spotify rap came out, y'all.
Yeah.
Our Spotify rap came
yeah.
out, and it's obviously the numbers was growing. The numbers is growing. The podcast is growing. And our most popular episodes was the all-in-one convention.
And the DreamCon.
And I'll give you that. Thank you guys, for listening.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to Snapchat.
exactly.
You know, sharing our shit.
Exactly. It was a small piece of the
It was
pie.
12%. It was 12%.
But
Wow.
you'll take that 12%.
You goddamn right, I will.
But man, thank y'all. Our season's coming to an end. I think we got a drunk episode coming.
Wait, what?
We got a drunk episode coming.
There you go. Say it.
Yeah. And I don't think we got a BBC bracket this season.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we're working on it. We really are. We're actually having meetings planning for a BBC bracket. So the next season, lucky number 7, expect a BBC bracket. But
Expect that 7-inch.
exactly, it's all 7 inches. But expect a drunken soul. Check out our Snapchat. Check out our YouTube. The numbers are doing well. And in our eyes, the numbers are doing well. And we couldn't do it without you guys.
I mean, we could if we
no.
had enough bots and whatnot.
No,
If we
no.
farmed and all, you know what I'm saying? We could definitely do it, but we don't want to do it without you
Give
guys.
credit where credit is due.
Hey,
And
I like the feedback.
yes,
So
I do.
that's why I wouldn't do it without y'all.
And we got merch coming soon too. So season 7 looks like it's gonna be lucky number 7.
It is.
I won't keep saying that. But this has been the All Points Podcast. You've been checked in with the freshest crew.
Don't
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
I'm gonna go
GTA.
ahead and watch this GTA 6 trailer one more time. I've been Kyle.
Midwest.
Standing on business in the corner, Tim.
And they too.
And we
Are
are standing on our business.